No stranger to the racing scene, Nicky has been navigating for the past 6 years with Jimbo Curl and car 114 and is about to step into the driver's seat for the first time to begin her driving career.
I'm just about to start my driving career this year. I finished up my navigating career with Jimbo Curl in car 114 at the Ray Vesti Christmas Cup last year. We did really well. We took out first in class and first outright, so it was a great way to end the navigating career. I'm hoping to start in a Class 7 Pajero. We've got two vehicles at the moment. We're both working on both that car and a Class 1 buggy. Provided the Pajero is going, we'll be racing that, but otherwise we'll be racing the Class 1. In the Pajero, we took the 2010 New South Wales State Championship, which is why we have the number in red. We're handing that over to Trevor Worthington for last year, for 2011, for car 736, but we do hope to get it back this year. My navigator this year will be Simon Lennox, my partner. I navigated beside him in the Pajero last year and he'll now be sitting beside me.
My name's Simon Lennox. I'll be navigating for Nicky this year. We've got here a choice of vehicles. We've got the Jimbo Curl Class 1 Pro Light. It's pretty well ready to go. We've just got a couple of little things we want to tidy up on this before we get it out there. It runs the 2.6 Mitsubishi motor in it. It's got a 1800 combi gearbox with a full set of Albin's gears and super diff. It's a very quick little thing when it gets going, so we're enticed to start her off in the Pajero. That'll cruise around a lot easier for her first couple of rounds, and then hopefully later on in the year get her into the buggy.
Yeah, working on the cars is a little bit difficult for me. I'm still learning quite a lot. Jimbo Curl's very helpful and my partner Simon's very helpful. Without them, the cars wouldn't run. The buggy's almost ready to go. The only thing I'll need to do to it now, if we decide to race it, is probably put some blocks on the pedals. So these are adjustable. They're adjusted all the way. I can reach the accelerator and the brake quite fine, but I can't quite get the clutch all the way to the floor from where I sit. We've
just had the biannual inspection done a couple of weeks ago, so we've had to have the floor out and the seats out for it to be inspected. So while they're out, we're just tidying up some of the old wiring that's in it, making sure that's all neat and tidy, not going to burn out on us. And then we'll put the floor back in it and the seats back in it, and she'll be ready to go. I've never driven a buggy before. I'm very nervous about my first time, but I am looking forward to it. I have driven the Pajero to do my observed licence test, but I haven't had much driving time out there on the tracks. My fears with my first race would probably be being too slow. I don't have a lot of confidence out there on the track as a driver, so I'm a little bit worried about that, especially if I was to be in the buggy. In the Pajero you do expect to go a little bit slower anyway. The little Pajero runs the standard 3-litre V6 Mitsubishi motor. Class 7, we've got to keep it fairly standard. The only real modification we've done to anything has been the extractors and exhaust. The Pajero is fully stock standard when we got it. We've put a roll cage in it, put racing belts in it. We put a Old Man Emu 2-inch lift in the suspension. Other than that, it's essentially a stock standard vehicle. Nicky's biggest challenge this year is going to be her first race. Just getting over those nerves of being in the driver's seat for a change. Once she's done her first heat this year, I think everything will come pretty cleanly from there. I love the adrenaline rush of racing buggies the most. I love that feeling of complete freedom and the little bit of fear that you have when you feel like you may be a little bit out of control. For anyone wanting to get into the sport, I say go for it. It's a great sport, it's a lot of fun, and there's no difference for men and women. It's just one of those sports that anyone can be a part of.
If you want to find out more about off-road motorsports and to find a club near you, check out wildwheelstv.com.au.